Hey guys, welcome to MCAT Preparation 2017. We're still looking at expanding equations. Particularly, we're going to be looking at word questions in this short little session here. All right, so basically what we have is any two consecutive numbers are multiplied together. Write the products as the sum of two algebraic terms. So I guess the first thing you want to really do is you got to actually assign a letter to a number. I think that I've said that right. Hope I didn't confuse you guys. Basically what we can say is the first number could be x, which means consecutive means one after the other, which means the second number you could actually say it's equal to x is x plus 1. So whatever the first number is, the second number will always be one more than that first number. That's what consecutive numbers mean. Now in this case, it's saying the consecutive numbers are multiplied together. So what we then have is the first number multiplied by the second number. But we know that the first number is x, and the second number is x plus 1. Now, this is something you need to be careful with, guys, because I've seen people do this so many times. Remember that the x plus 1 is at the second number, so you've got to put that in a little bracket like that. All right, and then you need to actually expand this. Okay, so you've got x times x, which is x squared. X times plus 1 is plus x. And so your final answer should be x squared plus x. What I have seen people do is they make a mistake with this, where they go x times x plus 1. And the mistake that I've seen people do is they actually multiply x times x, which is x squared, and then they actually forget about the 1, so they actually write it as x squared plus 1. And unfortunately, guys, this is actually incorrect. Okay, and that is because of the brackets that's actually going to go around x plus 1. All right, that's one example. Let's look at another example. So this time I've actually changed it slightly. I'm going to say that any two consecutive odd numbers are multiplied together. Write the product as the sum of two algebraic terms. Now, I don't know if you know about this, but generally we can actually say an odd number can be an even number, can be written as the form of 2n, because an even number can always be is a multiple of 2. But an odd number, so even number, this is something useful, guys, so just keep that in mind. Even number can be written as 2n, but an odd number can be written as 2n plus 1. So that is what an odd number is. So in this case, we've got two consecutive odd numbers. All right. So our first odd number, so in this case, I'm going to actually write down our first odd number is, sorry, not is, I'm going to put that as first odd number equals to 2n plus 1. Now you might actually say, why can't I just have my first odd number as just n by itself? Well, if you just say n by itself, then n can be 2 or 4, so it's not really odd. N can be any numbers could be anything, and it could include odd and even numbers. But if you make anything 2n plus 1, it'll always be odd. Now, the second odd number is going to be whatever your first number is and plus 2 to it. Because if you think about it, if you have an odd number of 5, the next odd number would be 7 because it's being 2 added onto it. So in this case, I'm going to have my first odd number plus another 2 for the second odd number. So this could be written as 2n plus 3. Now, in terms of writing the products of these products as the sum of two algebraic terms, it can be a bit misleading when you see something like write the product as the sum of two algebraic terms. But really what you're just doing is just focus on the multiplied together. So we're multiplying these two odd numbers. So my first odd number is 2n plus 1. My second odd number is 2n plus 3. And now it's just a matter of expanding. So I have 2n times 2n, which is 4n squared. 2n times 3 is 6n. 1 times 2n, which is 2n. 1 times 3, which is 3. So in the end, what I have is 4n squared plus 8n plus 3. And that is now a sum of algebraic terms. Well, I guess I made a mistake here, guys, in the question. That should actually be 3 algebraic terms. Okay, that's basically it, guys. As usual, if you have any questions, drop it in the comments below and I'll try my best to answer them. But apart from that, thank you for watching.